Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Hopefully, if you haven't seen my first video, so hit subscribe and go to the channel. Yeah, we're gonna watch the second part, hot off the press. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything about it. Yeah, so let's see what the hell, what else Amber has to say.
We got a lot ahead in this half hour. We're going to start, Savannah, with more of your exclusive conversation with Amber Heard.
Yeah, for 6 weeks, the defamation trial between her and Johnny Depp was hard to ignore. Every accusation aired for the world to see, and reaction on social media getting
No lie there.
views. Well, after the verdict, largely in favor of Depp, Heard called it a setback for other women who wanted to speak up. And now she says she fears other potential
Wrong. It is a setback for women who lie about domestic abuse. It is a reminder to women who consider lying about this shit that there are consequences for lying. And in the vast majority of cases, there aren't. There probably still won't be. The man had to spend, I think the last estimate I saw was he spent something like $6 or $7 million on just this case, not even counting the UK case. So, yeah, that's a touch. That's out of reach for all but the uber wealthy defending themselves.
defamation lawsuits from her ex-husband as she looks to move forward. There's a text message where Johnny promises total global humiliation for you. Do you feel like that came true?
Oh, dude, really?
Stop that. You're white.
Seriously. You're not even a good actress. Just stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
I know.
Serious? Oh my good fucking God. This is almost physically painful to watch. You know when you watch a horrible performance and you just get that muscle that cringes when you see like cringy acting? That it's spasming right now.
No, he promised it. I testified to this. I'm not a good victim, I get it. I'm not a likable victim. I'm not a perfect victim, but
You're not a victim. That's the problem. How do you not get this through your head, lady? Like, seriously, you aren't actually a victim. We've seen victims. I would pull up photos, but you can't show that shit on YouTube. Like, women who are actual victims, look, have the shit, like, seriously. This woman thinks, like, pretends she broke her nose. And, you know, no evidence. No photos of, like, if you've ever broken your nose, you'll know. Like, it's not a pretty, you're not a pretty picture the next day. All the Amica cream in the world ain't hiding that shit. So.
when I testified, I asked the jury to just see me as human and hear his own words, which is a promise to do this. It feels as though he has.
Amber Heard reflecting on the ripple
What the hell was that?
effects of her tumultuous trial with Johnny Depp.
Oh, just look at it. Look at this shit. Seriously. Was anybody actually convinced? I mean, the jury obviously wasn't. Was anybody out there actually convinced? Who wasn't already Team Amber to begin with? Was anybody convinced by this? I cannot imagine someone being convinced by her performance. And let's be clear, it was absolutely a performance.
Having been found liable, are you nervous as we are here today about what you can say now?
Of course. I took for granted what I assumed was my right to speak.
Wrong. Wrong. You are wrong. You have a right to speak. You're doing it right now. You don't have a right to lie. When you lie, there are consequences. When you libel someone, when you slander someone, you damage their reputation. We used to handle that shit with Jules. So the happy medium was laws against defamation. Personally, I think Jules might be better, definitely cheaper, but we've settled as a society on defamation cases, so them's the breaks, lady.
Do you feel like you could be sued again by him for defamation?
I'm scared that no matter what I do, no matter what I say or how I say it, every step that I take,
Every move that I make
will present another opportunity for this sort of silencing, which is
You personally like that.
Bitch!
what I guess a defamation lawsuit is meant to do. It's meant to take your voice.
No, it is not. A defamation lawsuit is meant to return your reputation. It's meant to say, this person lied to me, like lied about me. This person defamed me. This person slandered me. This person libeled me. Prove what you said is true. Now, in the US, here it's basically, it's a lot easier to prove defamation. In the US, because of the First Amendment, you have to prove that the person making the statement knowingly lied, and that they knew that it was, so they knew it was a lie. That's where the malice standard comes in. So the malice standard requires that you knowingly lie about someone and damage their reputation. She knowingly lied. She did it over and over and over again. And she continues to do it. This woman continues to fucking slander Johnny Depp. Like, seriously, like, how stupid do you need to be?
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Like, don't do that. Don't lose a defamation case and then immediately go on TV and defame them further, because that is not going to end well. She's lucky. I don't think Johnny Depp would sue her again, because if he did, that would definitely be seen in the public as sort of piling on. I mean, a lot of people would be like, no, fuck this bitch. Like, get her. I personally, I think that would be a strategically bad move in the court of public opinion. I think it'd win Amber a lot of support. She'd be able to point to it and go, see, he won't leave well enough alone. He wants to continue, abusing me. The abuse has to continue. See, oh my God, poor me. When in actuality, it's just this stuff. It's exactly the same with the. So, her lawyer, Elaine Cat Lady Brederhoff, went on morning television, gave 2 interviews, and basically said, "Oh, it was all the jury's fault. Oh, they lied. They did this and that." And then Johnny's team says nothing. A couple of days later, they finally go on air. Like, they finally have an interview. What does Amber do? Releases a statement saying, "Oh, he's out there taking a victory lap." No, he's not. His lawyers are responding to your lawyers' assertions that this wasn't fair. Like, at this point, it is so incredibly transparent that this woman is going to continue to do this. She's never going to stop. And I don't know what Johnny Depp can do. Like, I don't know. It's good to see NBC is sort of. I don't know if Savannah Guthrie and last episode, like last part, I thought it was Katie Tur, and I kept referring to her as Katie Tur, but it's Savannah Guthrie. I don't know if Savannah Guthrie isn't on Amber's side believes Johnny Depp, which she should, because the evidence bears out that his side of the story is maybe not 100% true, but way more true than her side of the story. So I don't know if it's her doing that or NBC just being, we would like to not be a party to a defamation suit. So maybe bring up the fact that these are lies, or that she lied here or lied there. But whatever it is, that they're afraid. I don't think he would sue again. I really don't. I think like I said, I think it'd be a bad idea. Anyway, back to it.
But Amber is still speaking, just days after a jury stunned many and found the actress defamed Depp in an op-ed where she said she was a public figure representing domestic abuse.
And this has been the thing that they keep latching onto. I never mentioned his name. That's how can I be guilty of defamation if I never mentioned his name? No, it's through implication. It's very simple to imply something. And honestly, she should sue the lawyer who looked over this and said, "Nah, you're good. You're bulletproof. You can't be sued for this." Because that guy, holy shit. He sure as shit didn't see that coming.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
The piece, which never mentioned Depp by name, was
Doesn't matter.
published 2 years after the couple announced they had settled their divorce.
Life had seemed.
If you're a celebrity, don't listen to your entertainment lawyer or your divorce lawyer about shit like this. Go and get another counsel for this shit. Because if there are allegations out there and you make a statement like Johnny Depp did, where it was like, oh, we're both at fault, nobody's going to hear anything but that. Like, the statement essentially absolved her of any guilt. Which, yeah, terrible, terrible, terrible idea. Never do it. Find additional counsel. Let the divorce lawyers handle the divorce. Let criminal counsel handle criminal cases, and let defamation lawyers handle defamation.
Seemingly moved on, and you decide to write an op-ed.
She didn't actually write it. ACLU wrote it. She signed off on it.
Why did you do that?
Because the op-ed wasn't about my relationship with Johnny.
Wrong. You're wrong.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No.
But it alluded to him. It was unmistakable.
You know, what the op-ed was about was, me loaning my voice to a bigger cultural conversation that we were having at the time.
Did you worry? Gosh.
Please take it back. That you are not helping.
I'd love to be a person weighing in on these cultural issues, but that's going to stir this all up again.
I obviously knew it was important for me not to make it about him.
And yet you did. And we know it was important. Well, actually, we don't know that it was important that you didn't make it about him. What we do know is you were worried that people would immediately figure out it was about him. I'd love to see early drafts where it may have actually mentioned him and her counsel that she employed to look over the actual editorial. Or the opinion piece, editorial, whatever. Her counsel who looked over it to make sure she was defamation proof, doing a lot of fucking air quotes here, who looked over it and said, yeah, you're good. Clearly she was worried about that. And the only way she could be worried about that, like that, was if she knew it was about Johnny Depp. She intended it to be about Johnny Depp. And she knew it would blow back on him. I mean, fundamentally, this is a woman who was scorned and is doing whatever she can to raise herself off the back of Johnny Depp. Just like their relationship.
Or to do anything like defame him. I had lawyers.
I doubt it.
Teams of lawyers review all the drafts of this.
When you wrote this op-ed, it was the height of Me Too. Legions of powerful men being canceled, losing their jobs. Did you want that to happen to Johnny Depp?
Of course not.
I doubt it.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No.
Of course she fucking did. Of course she did. Seriously.
Of course not. It wasn't about him.
It was a...
I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
She just, like, continues to lie. It's... I'm at a loss for words how she just continues to double down.
But the op-ed and the abuse alleged was at the heart of the 6-week trial.
Just pulls his arm back with the phone and throws it at my face. Hit me right in it felt like my eye.
She just pointed to the wrong side of her face.
Heard testified that the final straw came after a violent fight in May 2016. 6 days later, she filed for a restraining order.
Oh, look, I'm making sure I look as dour as possible. I have my hair down. I'm wearing a simple black dress. I'm basically in an episode of God, what's that show? Margaret, I know the writer, but I don't know the name of the show. God, seriously.
Cameras capturing her as she left the courthouse.
Oh, look at that. Look at that horrible bruise. Oh. Where was Johnny right now? He was on the other side of the country. Oh, okay. Where was TMZ? Oh, exactly where you told them to be. Let's not forget that. This is someone who wanted to end it, wanted it over, didn't go to police about this. Like the police were called and saw nothing. So didn't immediately go to the police station. Instead, filed for a no contest TRO, and just happened to reach out to TMZ so that they could be there to capture her with her publicist, not her sister, but her publicist. Crazy that anybody ever believed this shit. Seriously.
But Depp's lawyers convinced the jury Heard was lying about the abuse. Police who responded to the 2016 incident testified during the trial that they didn't see any injuries and that Heard declined to file charges.
This was a hoax, according to his team.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Now, the jury obviously found that Adam Waltman went a bit too far when he said that they, messed up the place and organized a hoax, but let's be real. That probably happened.
Why didn't I cooperate with the police? As I've testified before, and I will stand by until my dying day, I didn't want to cooperate with them. I didn't want this to be out. I didn't want this to be known.
I didn't want this to be out. I didn't want this to be known. That's why when I went to file a TRO that was totally unnecessary, why do you need a TRO when the man's on the other side of the country? You don't need something restraining him from you. You have your own personal security. Like, Really? Oh, and TMZ just happens to be there? No way. Get the fuck out. No way.
I didn't want to cooperate with them because I didn't want this to be, I didn't want to get him in trouble. If it was a hoax, I could have done that.
But 5
Could have.
days later, you went to court and it came out.
5 days later, I made the decision to stand up for myself and protect myself. You can't get a restraining order in private, which of course I didn't understand the night when the cops were called.
An employee of TMZ testified at
Oh, shit. Here we go.
court and said that TMZ was tipped off about when you were going to be going to the courthouse and on what side of your face bruises would be apparent. Did you tip off TMZ?
I was going to say, he certainly didn't get tipped off by me or
Did
anyone in my...
anyone you know tip off TMZ?
Why would they?
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No.
Yeah, I'm sure it was Johnny's team who tipped him off. Like, seriously, the fact that you expect us to believe that shit?
Stop it. Get some help.
The woman needs serious, serious therapy.
No.
You ask no one to do that.
As I testified to before, it had nothing to do with me.
There are different incidents that
Which
you
just
testified
magically
to,
appeared.
and the Depp legal team would put up pictures of you publicly right after that or in the days following and saying that why are there no bruises?
Please mention the Amica cream.
Again, it's that thing. If you have bruising, if you have injuries, it's fake. If you don't have any, then you weren't injured.
You had promised to donate the $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity. It was revealed at trial that you haven't done so yet. However, they played a tape where you stayed on the air that you have donated it. Do you think that raised questions as to your credibility with the jury?
I made a pledge, and that pledge is made over time by its nature.
When you say I donated, you know that everybody thinks that you've donated it, not...
Yes, because donate is one word. None of the synonyms of donate are pledge.
that you pledged it. So for the jurors sitting there, do you think they felt like that was you getting caught in a lie?
I don't know, because so much of the... I feel like so much of the trial was meant to cast aspersions on who I am as a human, my credibility.
Oh, why might that be? Why might your credibility come into question in a defamation trial? Like, really? Did no one tell you that would happen? How bad were your lawyers? I mean, we saw, but...
To call me a liar in every way you can. And
that was the trial. It was a credibility contest.
And
that was it.
This is another one of the examples where if you pull back and you think about it, I shouldn't have to have donated it in an effort to be believed. I shouldn't have had to earmark the entirety of that in order.
You didn't have to! Who the fuck told you to do that? You decided to do that because you thought it was advantageous for you. And instead...
I am never going to financially recover from this.
So you can't fucking turn around now and have a little whinge about it. Oh, who said I had to do, like, oh, who said... You fucking did it to yourself. Nobody held a gun to your head and said, hey, donate the $7 million to charity, right?
In order to have...
You shouldn't have, but once you said you did...
Right, which is where it was intended to go.
Heard says she still plans to honor that pledge.
How do you see your future?
How? How? Maybe you can pledge to pay Johnny Depp.
Now.
I get to be a mom, like, full time, you know, where I'm not having to juggle calls with lawyers.
One day you may want to tell your daughter about this or have to tell your daughter about everything that you...
Let's remember that there is a theory out there that due to the delay of the trial, the purpose of the child, because the child was carried by a surrogate. There's nothing wrong with surrogacy. The theory is the child was timed to arrive during the trial, so that there would be, photos on social media of Amber, new mother Amber, with her child, and instead the COVID delayed the trial, and we didn't see shit. So, and again, we don't know who the father is. It could be Elon Musk. It could be Elon. There was a story about him suing about embryos with her. So, I mean, I don't know why you would date someone and make embryos. Like, you would think you would at least get married first, but Elon's a bit weird. No judgment.
You've gone through. What would you want to say?
I think no matter what, it will mean something. I did the right thing.
No, you didn't. You did. You did the wrong thing. You lied. Hopefully your daughter learns that lesson.
I did everything I could to stand up for myself and the truth.
Heard and Depp's volatile relationship lasted just 4 years. Depp confirming his engagement to me on Today in 2014.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
So this is 8 years ago. He still looks very fresh-faced. He looks like the very young Johnny Depp. Still, you start to see the signs of aging, but yeah, it still looks very fresh-faced. 8 years can age you very quickly.
Excited?
Yeah, very. She's a wonderful girl. She's sharp as a tack. Wonderful. Southern Belle, and it's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No.
Yeah, no.
Sweet as can be, and
sweet as can be.
On the first day of the trial, you issued a statement, and part of the statement said, "I still have love for Johnny."
Yes.
Is that still true?
Yes.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Please, just leave the man alone.
After everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love him. I loved him with all my heart. And I tried the best I could to make a deeply broken relationship work.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah. You're a terrible woman. Seriously. Terrible. Woe be to any man who ends up with Amber Heard. Yeah. The woman should walk around with a sign that says danger.
And I couldn't. I have no bad feelings or ill will towards him at all.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Top Story with Tom Llamas. Weeknights at 7 on NBC News Now.
Oh my God. They're dragging this out for another day. I guess that's it. Let's see if there's more. I just absolutely positively needed to go to a break in the middle of this fucking...
Available every morning. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
To cover the news,
you have to be
in it. These are families trying to board those trains to Poland.
I also want to get home.
You'll get home. Every night, it's your news playlist.
Top Story with
Come on.
Weeknights at 7 on NBC News Now.
No, YouTube has ads, right?
The midterms are here.
Oh, God. Really? This is going to be a full ad break.
Everything you need to know to successfully cast your ballot.
No, God!
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
For your plan. Voting rules have changed since 2020.
You're still going.
Those rules, news.com/.
Listen wherever you.
Did you feel calm?
About the
No, that was it. Okay, cool. Right. Well, that was something. So I guess Friday, Dateline, will be the full interview. So we'll all get to watch it again. Apparently it's an hour long. And the whole episode is about her. So I'm sure she'll love that. So yeah, thanks for joining me again. Hit the like button, subscribe. And I guess I'll see you all on Saturday when I can find Dateline. Peace.